sponsored BMW. And then Philip de Wet, that got a DNF in the opening heat, is out there with the 44, the Village Auto Man. Hendrik Force Jr. is in there as well, and here comes Martin van der Westhuizen, and behind him Mr. Discount Boards and Timber himself, Pieter Heeman. Zack Groenewald will box there on the third row on the outside of Forsie Jr. Willie Germashuis is there, Tola Trusky, and the man that came second in race number 1, Wema van der Merwe. He came second to Zack Groenewald. There's Mario Tito and the Ford Sapphire of Leon de Swart.
Well, looks like the clerk of the course has asked them to just do 2 slow laps around, just give the ladies behind us an opportunity to get the accounting, for lack of a better word, off the top of my head together. Because wow, with 30, 11, 70 plenty cars out there tonight, it's quite a job. And a big thanks to the ladies sitting here behind us in the commentary box. Do a sterling job of keeping all the points 100% correct. And I must say our COCs have had a sterling session there tonight as well.
I must say Mornay and Marius and even Martin, they all did a fantastic job here, all 3 of them. They are not letting anybody do anything out of line. They're doing a fantastic job. They're doing an awesome job. So here we go as they roll past us into turn number 1. Lovely color scheme there on Martin van der Westhuizen's boxy BM. Blue, white with the pink.
Did you say a bright color scheme or a lovely color scheme?
A lovely color scheme.
Lovely color scheme, just checking.
It is bright as well, yeah.
And the car behind him is competition as well.
Well, they're all competition for each other. They've got a watch at 43 of Groenewald and that 102 of Van der Merwe, and definitely the number 100 of Willie Germashuis. So they would be the main role. Pieter Heeman got a third in race number 1. He sits there on the second row in P4 on the outside of Philip de Wet. So the Wamsa flag is up and we go racing as the flag goes down, and away they go. Discovered Boards and Timber, 6-cylinder, heavy metals into turn number 1. They 3 abreast, they 4 abreast, they side by side, and coming out in front is Heeman. I was going to say Van der Westhuizen, but it's Heeman, and here comes Zack Groenewald. Zack sitting there in that second place. Van der Westhuizen been worked out there by Willie Germashuis as they come to Lucas cutting and carving his way through the field. FC Wema van der Merwe.
Uitgedruk word daar so deur Willie Germashuis, nou 'n paar posisies verloor. Hy sit nou daar voor Emil Lange in die nummer 22. Dan is dit Hendrik Vos Jr, dan Tola Trusky en Leon de Swart. Die 2 voortmanne reg aan die agterkant van die veld, maar intussen aan die voorkant is dit Zack Groenewald wat los aan daar aan die voorkant is, en Pieter Heeman wat besig is om 'n baie groot naam vir homself te maak vanaand.
Well, newcomer to the class, Philip de Wet from Village Auto in that 5th position. He didn't manage to finish race number 1. In the behind him is Mario Tito, Wema van der Merwe, that's just recovering from being knocked wide by Willie Germashuis. He rubbed the back end of Germashuis. Germashuis in turn just ran him a little bit wide going into the next corner, put him onto the edge of the loose, and that's cost him quite a bit of ground.
Right, so it's all about Zack and Pieter at this point in time. Here comes Willie Germashuis. He goes and sits there on the outside of Van der Westhuizen, now tucks in there behind him. Van der Westhuizen goes a touch wide. You cannot do this to Willie Germashuis. He says, thanks, have a nice day, I'll come through. Van der Westhuizen fighting right back again. But right on his case there is Philip de Wet. And he's been hassled there and overtaken by Wema van der Merwe as they group head down the back straight.
Vir Martin van der Westhuizen as hy hardkontak maak met die muur en daai blou en pink beem van hom en tot stilstand kom. Die definitief iets wat seer gekry daar na daai impak, en die beem wat weer daar na die muur te trek as die geel vlaag gaan uitkom om die nooddienste kans te gee daar by Martin van der Westhuizen uit te kom. 'n Harde impak gewees daar vir van der Westhuizen as hy daai blou en pink beem hard in die muur sit daar by die Discount Boards and Timber en Worcester Engine Centrum gedeelte van die muur.
Well, looks like he can't run it forwards, but he can run it backwards, so he's going to try and run it backwards onto the grass just to save a bit of time. Well, that's nice quick thinking there. So this is going to turn out pretty interesting. We've got Zack Groenewald, that's probably the fastest man out there up front. Then we've got the discount boards car of Peter Himan in there behind him. Then we've got the reigning cars champion, Willie Kermersays. Now, he got rubbed a bit by the SA1 title holder, Wim van der Merwe, and I don't think he was overly impressed with that. Then Wim tried to go around the outside. He ran him a bit wide. That cost Wim 2 positions. Wim has made up those positions, and now he finds himself back on the tail end of Kermersays. So, yeah, I think Philip de Wet's going to have the best view as to how that situation is going to play out. Mario Tito and Emil Lange in there behind that.
Right, down the back straight they go. We're going to go green shortly. And this is not exactly what Zack wanted, but exactly what Peter Riemann wanted. The green flag's up. We're going to go green shortly here at Mega Oval. The flag goes down and away we go once again as they head into turn number 1, and this is played lovely into the hands of 4th place man Wim van der Merwe, because it's brought him right into play again. Look at Groenewald disappear down the road, and van der Merwe now goes and sits on the outside, or had a look on the outside there of Willie Kermersays.
Ja, Wim van der Merwe daar probeer voorbij by Willie Kermersays in die 3de posisie. En dan Philip de Wet aan die reg agter, dan sit in die nummer 44 Wim. Hy klou ook vast daar aan hulle. Zack Groenewald besig is om weg te trek van die pak af aan die voorkant met daai 43 Wim van hom, die NDT en Titan Tools. Wim van Groenewald los aan voor met Himan, Kermersays, van der Merwe, de Wet, Mario Tito, Emil Lange, Hendrik Vos Jr., Leon de Swart en Tola Traski.
Oh, I must say, Peter Himan doing a lovely job with that beautiful truck center sponsored car. Nice and brightly liveried for the season. It's looking very good. He's driving it very well. It's the quickest we've seen Peter Himan to date. I'm sure you'll be smiling there in that 2nd position. He knows they're racked, backed and stacked behind him as Willie Kermersays does a brake test on Wim van der Merwe, ends up going nose first into the wall. Wim van der Merwe right off onto the infield. That was a very, very nasty incident.
Well, that brings out the full course yellow and the checkered flag. That was heavy, heavy, heavy. That was so hard. I got headsets on my head and I could hear it thunder through the microphone. He just rammed it, just stuck it away right into the wall. Man, that was hectic. That was a biggie. That was a very, very, very big one.
That's a big man in a big motor car, and it's a massive, massive impact. The medic is, I think the first of the medics is there already by the motor car. But the clerk of the course deciding it's time to take a walk across there himself just to make sure that Willie is okay.
Is that right?